Hello, rare gems. True confidence has no room for jealousy and envy. When you know you're great, you have no reason to hate. This quote perfectly captures what sets Sigma females apart. Have you ever wondered why these women seem so effortlessly magnetic and unbothered by the drama that often swirls around social interactions? Let's explore what defines Sigma females and why they steer clear of petty battles for attention. Sigma females possess a quiet confidence that commands respect without demanding it. They thrive on their own terms, unaffected by societal pressures or the need for external validation. This independence and self-assuredness make them both intriguing and often intimidating to others. In this exploration, we'll uncover the traits that make Sigma females so compelling and understand why they navigate life's complexities with such ease and authenticity. Stick around until the end because the final point is absolutely astonishing and will deeply resonate with you. It's tailored just for you, so don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments. Let's get started. Number 1. Sigma females aren't desperate. Sigma females aren't desperate. They're not out there frantically searching for someone to complete them or validate their existence. Their self-worth isn't tied to their relationship status, and they certainly aren't willing to settle for just anyone to avoid being single. They approach relationships with a calm and composed mindset. They're looking for a genuine partnership, not just someone to fill a void. This lack of desperation means they have high standards and aren't afraid to uphold them. They know exactly what they want and aren't willing to compromise their values or happiness for a relationship that doesn't meet their criteria. This confidence is incredibly appealing. People are drawn to Sigma females because they radiate security and self-assurance. They don't come across as needy or clingy, which makes them even more desirable. Their independence and self-reliance are refreshing in a world where desperation can often lead to unhealthy, imbalanced relationships. Sigma females would rather stay single than be with someone who doesn't truly appreciate and respect them. They're not going to rush into a relationship just to avoid the stigma of being single. They understand that a fulfilling life is built on more than just romantic connections. They have friends, hobbies, careers, and passions that bring them joy and satisfaction. In the end, Sigma females remind us that being desperate for a relationship is never a good look. Their self-confidence and independence make them both admirable and enviable. They know that the right person will come along when the time is right, and until then, they're perfectly content living their best lives on their own terms. Number 2. Sigma females refuse to be a rebound option. Sigma females are not interested in being anyone's rebound. They know their worth and aren't about to settle for being a temporary fix for someone's heartbreak. They refuse to be a placeholder while someone else sorts out their emotional baggage. When someone approaches them looking for a rebound, they handle it with a straightforward, "Thanks, but no thanks." Sigma females can easily spot when they're being used as a distraction from someone else's past issues. They're not interested in getting tangled up in someone's emotional mess just because that person is feeling lonely or vulnerable. Instead, they wait for a genuine connection, one built on respect and emotional maturity. They want a partner who truly sees them for who they are, not just as a distraction from their own heartbreak. Sigma females are all about meaningful relationships and are ready to invest in a partnership where both people are fully committed. Their choice to avoid rebound situations isn't about pride, it's about self-respect and knowing their value. They understand that settling for less only leads to disappointment. So while some might jump at a quick fix, Sigma females hold out for a relationship that's built to last. They want real love and respect, and they're willing to wait for it. Their decision to stay true to themselves and not settle for anything less is truly admirable. Number 3. They don't flaunt their body counts. Sigma females don't brag about their past relationships because they understand that true value isn't measured by numbers. They're confident enough in themselves that they don't need to boast about their romantic history to feel validated. For them, it's simply not relevant to who they are or what they bring to a relationship. They see beyond the superficial game of tallying past partners that society often plays. They know that intimacy is a personal experience, not a competition. Instead of focusing on quantity, Sigma females prioritize quality and meaningful connections. Whether they've had one partner or several, it doesn't define their worth or character. They're all about authenticity and depth. Sigma females don't need to broadcast their past to prove anything to anyone. Their confidence comes from within, not from external validation. Sigma females are more likely to engage in conversations about their goals, dreams, and passions than to dwell on past relationships. This approach is refreshing in a world where people often feel pressured to meet certain standards or expectations. Sigma females break free from these societal norms, choosing instead to focus on what truly matters. They understand that their romantic history is their business and theirs alone, and they don't let anyone else's opinions dictate their self-worth. In the end, Sigma females know that a number can't capture their essence or the richness of their experiences. They live their lives on their own terms, embracing their uniqueness without the need to flaunt or hide their past. This genuine approach makes them all the more intriguing and admirable, showing that real confidence doesn't need a scoreboard. Number 4. Sigma females. Nothing to prove, everything to live for. Sigma females have nothing to prove because they already know their worth. They aren't out there trying to impress anyone or seeking validation. They don't need to flaunt their achievements or seek approval to feel good about themselves. Their confidence comes from within, not from external sources. Sigma females aren't caught up in the social rat race. They don't feel the need to broadcast every detail of their lives on social media to prove they're living their best life. They know they are, and that's enough. Whether they're excelling at work, enjoying some solo downtime, or simply relaxing with a favorite show, they're content and secure in their choices. They don't engage in petty competitions or compare themselves to others. They're not interested in contests over who has the best partner, the most impressive job, or the highest social media following. They see these games for what they are, a waste of time and energy. Instead, they focus on their own path and let their achievements speak for themselves. Their self-assurance is so strong that they don't need to prove their independence, intelligence, or attractiveness. They simply are. This makes them incredibly refreshing to be around because they're genuine and authentic. They don't need to put on a show or pretend to be someone they're not. In the end, Sigma females are confident and secure in who they are, which means they have no need to prove anything to anyone. They're busy living their lives to the fullest, not worrying about what others think. And that, my friend, is a truly enviable way to live. Number 5. Sigma females and the modern dating scene. No time for games. Sigma females often see the modern dating scene as a colossal waste of time. With all the ghosting, breadcrumbing, and endless swiping, it feels more like a bad reality show than a genuine way to find a meaningful connection. They're not interested in playing games or trying to decode cryptic text messages that need a team of analysts. These women value their time and energy, and they're not about to squander it on someone who's still pondering whether they want to commit to dinner plans. The constant back and forth, the barrage of notifications, and the superficial small talk, they'd rather spend that time doing something worthwhile or enjoyable, like perfecting their hobbies or binge-watching a new series. Sigma females know that the modern dating scene often rewards quantity over quality, and that's not their style. They're looking for depth, for someone who can hold a real conversation and isn't afraid to be authentic. Flashy profiles and endless lists of hobbies that read like a resume for the most interesting person in the world don't impress them. When they do decide to date, they approach it with the same no-nonsense attitude they bring to everything else. They're upfront, clear about their intentions, and not interested in wasting time on relationships that don't add value to their lives. This straightforward approach can be a breath of fresh air in the murky waters of modern dating. In short, Sigma females see through the charade of modern dating and prefer to invest their time in things that truly matter. They're not here for the games, the drama, or the endless scrolling. They want real, meaningful connections, and they're not afraid to wait for them. At number 6, Sigma females, masters of solitude and self-reliance. Sigma females are completely at ease with being alone and they actually relish their own company. They don't need a partner to feel whole or validated. Their happiness comes from within, whether they're lost in a good book, experimenting with a new recipe, or simply enjoying a peaceful night in. They've perfected the art of self-care and know how to keep themselves entertained without needing anyone else around. You won't find them pining for a +1 to add excitement to their lives. They're too busy chasing their passions, setting personal goals, and savoring the freedom that comes with independence. Their comfort with solitude also means they're discerning about who they let into their lives. They're not going to settle for just anyone because they don't fear being alone. They'd rather wait for someone who genuinely enhances their life rather than rushing into a relationship out of loneliness. This makes their connections more authentic and significant when they do happen. Their friends often admire how easily they handle solo activities that others might find daunting. Catching a movie alone? No sweat. Traveling solo? Absolutely. Dining out by themselves? They might even bring along a book. This independence is both inspiring and refreshing. In a world where many fear solitude, Sigma females shine as icons of self-reliance and contentment. Their ability to enjoy their own company makes them stronger and more resilient. It's not that they don't value companionship, they simply don't need it to feel fulfilled. And honestly, who wouldn't admire that level of confidence and independence? Number 7. Sigma females have an abundance mindset. Sigma females have an abundance mindset, meaning they don't treat men like rare collectibles to be fought over. They understand that there are plenty of great partners out there, so there's no need to scramble for someone as if they're the last slice of pizza at a party. This mindset stems from deep-seated confidence and self-worth. They know their value isn't tied to snagging a partner, but rather to living a fulfilling and authentic life. Sigma females don't get caught up in the desperation or scarcity mentality that drives many to compete over men. They know they have options and that the right person will come along without the need for any drama. This relaxed approach not only keeps their stress levels down, but also makes them incredibly attractive. There's something magnetic about a woman who doesn't feel the need to elbow her way to the front of the dating line. In the end, Sigma females are like the cool ones at a concert who enjoy the music without rushing to the front. They aren't scrambling for attention because they're busy living their own remarkable lives. Their abundance mindset allows them to stay calm, collected, and completely uninterested in fighting over anyone. And honestly, who can resist that level of chill? Number 8. Sigma. Females, no pedestals, just real connections. Sigma females never put men on pedestals because they get that everyone has their own flaws. They don't view men as some ultimate prize or ideal to be won. Instead, they see men as equals, not as unattainable gods. This perspective keeps them grounded and prevents them from falling into unhealthy relationship dynamics. Sigma females understand that putting someone on a pedestal only sets them up for disappointment. Men, like women, have their quirks, bad habits, and moments of imperfection. Sigma females aren't about to ignore these realities to maintain some unrealistic fantasy. They're looking for genuine connections, not fairy tales where the other person is flawless. By keeping their expectations realistic, Sigma females sidestep the drama that comes from over-idealizing someone. They don't face constant disappointment because they're not expecting a perfect partner. Instead, they want someone to walk alongside them, not someone to idolize. This practical approach leads to more balanced and fulfilling relationships. In essence, Sigma females know that nobody's perfect, and that's perfectly fine. They're not interested in worshiping anyone. They're here to connect, share, and grow with their partners. This down-to-earth attitude keeps their relationships healthy and drama-free, which is a relief for everyone involved. Number 9. Sigma females and natural attraction. Sigma females naturally attract men without even trying, like a magnet pulling in metal. It's not because they're putting on a show or dropping hints. It's their genuine confidence and independence that draw people in. They're comfortable with themselves and lead lives full of passions, interests, and goals. This authenticity is a breath of fresh air in a world where so many are trying to fit into a mold or play a part. Men are drawn to Sigma females because they don't need constant validation. They're not fishing for compliments or desperately seeking approval. Their self-assuredness says, "I'm good with or without you," which is both intriguing and attractive. It's like they're the stars of their own movie, and others just want a role in it, even if it's just a cameo. Plus, Sigma females aren't about to chase after anyone. They're too busy living fulfilling lives, which creates a sense of mystery and challenge that many find irresistible. They're like that rare book on the top shelf. You have to work a bit to get their attention, and that makes it all the more rewarding. In the end, Sigma females attract men because they're not trying to attract anyone. Their focus on personal growth, happiness, and independence makes them stand out. And let's be honest, nothing is sexier than someone who knows exactly who they are and what they want. Thanks, Rare Gems, for watching. See you in the next video. Bye for now and God bless.